And yeah, what stands out about that race, it's obviously a blur probably, but like just the fanfare of an NCAA title, what comes with that, and like what was that like? I mean,
that was amazing. I mean, I ended up here after the last race, so that win just changed my life again.
All right, you're gonna laugh your ass off at what I'm about to do. Benvenuti a un nuovo episodio di Parlare Mentre Si Corre. Il nostro ospite davvero speciale oggi è Sintayehu Vissa del Bertilo, Italia.
Yeah!
How was that?
Pretty good, I understood.
Alright, well dude, thanks so much. We got Sinta Vissa, that's my Italian for the day.
That's amazing.
NCAA champ, on pro, Italian representative. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
How's everything going these days in Boulder?
It's been good, like the weather, you know. We had some snow.
Absolutely,
some
no complaints.
Days, and now it's like summer.
Yep.
So pretty good.
You said you were coming off a little bit of an injury this winter.
Yeah.
Let's start there. Like, how are you feeling now? And what's the process been like? You said you had a sick fall.
Yeah, I had, as I said before, an amazing fall. Just last year was my first year. So we just like tried a little bit of everything. But then this year we knew what to add or not. And it was so amazing. I was mentally pumped to see what the indoor was going to be.
Okay.
But nada.
Alas.
And then bam!
Yeah.
I had an 80 band. It took me off like for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then I get like a month. And then now I'm like on my 6th week back.
Okay.
Where I feel better than a few weeks ago. My body's getting like used to other workouts, volume and everything once, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
And you still got good time.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried for you. You'll be alright.
Yeah, you know that as Italian I have Europeans and Olympics coming.
Yep.
So suck that I missed the indoors, but there's a long outdoor season
That's
coming.
right, that's right. I think it'll be a blessing, but I want to start with what I once said. Jake Riley on this show had the best story, his origin story, but that's wrong. You have the best story. There's no question. Ethiopia, born, adopted into an Italian family. You start running in Italy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just amazing. First of all, your life should be like a movie, honestly. That'd be sick. I mean, what was it like kind of getting into track in Italy? I think you said you knew that it was important to your homeland?
Yeah.
Running?
Yeah, like when I started running.
Yeah, that's like cool.
Yeah.
Were you 12 years old when you thought that?
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty cool for a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
What do you remember about looking back on that and like that transition?
I do still remember the day when I asked my mom, like, look, gymnastic, like, really, whatever you call it, you know, the one day, like, yeah.
You're Simone Biles.
yeah, exactly. It wasn't for me. And I was like, I just want to go run. And they never understood. I still now struggle to understand my job.
Really?
Yeah. But we just have like, you know, these little clubs because you don't run like, we don't have the same system as here.
Yep.
So I just started for fun.
And you were sprinting, hurdling?
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
I think I didn't try Aptathlon and pole vault. That's the only thing I didn't touch.
That's amazing. Any of those events that you actually maybe felt like had you a little potential?
I thought I was actually like a 400
okay.
hurdle, but then you see results outside. Like I was not on social media back then, you know. I was not understanding. I was just doing what my little club and my coach whatever says. But yeah, I think I'm happy with the choice.
Yeah. Okay.
I ended up.
Yep. You ended up actually in St. Leo's.
Yeah.
In Tampa. So you go from Italy, one of the most gorgeous environments, cultures of all time, architecture unreal, and you land in Tampa, Florida.
But still good. It's a lot of palm tree.
No disrespect.
Summer every month.
Yeah, so
it was good mentally.
What was that like though? I mean, was it shocking to kind of come, and then you're also balancing a student athlete life.
Yeah.
What was that like? I mean,
it was shocking. I'm not gonna lie. I still remember like food and just like everything. I was just like, what is this? But then in the college system, like student athlete, I knew was like something I could never have in Italy. So I was always being like locked in with the privilege of, you know, having all this because of my runner talent, you know? Yeah.
So what about, I mean, any memories or moments from the days in Tampa that stand out, like looking back?
Yeah.
Or is it a try to forget
Life was way easier.
Okay.
I was running so slow. I didn't have much mileage.
Yeah.
But I didn't care. That is something like, if people ask me, like, in the team when we talk about, I'm talking about like my mile PR as a freshman in Sintayehu.
Yeah.
I'm 4'10", guys. And they were like laughing at me.
5'10".
Like, 5'10", sorry, 4'10".
I was like, holy shit.
5'10", you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I didn't know what that meant, so I didn't really care much.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So that's a perfect segue. You go to Ole Miss, Ryan Benoit.
And then
you go like you said. I mean, first of all, he takes you in off of a 5'10" D2 career at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, how did that happen? Like, what was that conversation like, or did he just see this girl's got something?
Still don't know how to put it in words. I think it's just a lot of luck.
Okay.
On my regard.
Yep.
But also had the like.
I'll say it for him too.
I mean, I guess, but he saw it before even me, the talent, what he could have done with me. And of course, we had a chance to, you know.
Yeah.
He had a chance to chat, and I could tell him like, what was my training at?
Yeah.
And why my speed progressed, like all my background kind of. So I think he was pretty smart to understand my background and add little things at a time.
Yeah, he can connect the dots.
Yeah, and then that's why I had the 22 year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you feel like also, I don't know, did you feel like pressure almost to prove him right?
Not really. No.
Okay.
I was just having fun.
Okay.
The fact I didn't know much of D1, I think was my advantage.
Okay.
I didn't know what other people were doing. I didn't know what time was good. I was kind of like a little kid.
Yeah.
I was not kid.
Ignorance is
pretty
bliss.
old, but in results and just seeing name and last name, I just didn't know. I would just go there and race. That was my advantage.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's a lot to be said for that. Was there a moment though where it was like a welcome to the D1 moment where you're like, ooh, they're not playing around here?
I think I had it in my second indoor, I guess. 2022 indoors.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, they knew my name, and I was like, I had a little pressure of, I know I was able to win the title and the mind games and everything.
You got second.
I got second.
So, but
maybe that was for that.
I think it was good though because you eventually won.
Yeah, and now
there's 15.
Yeah.
So let's take a moment on the second place runner-up finish.
Yeah.
Like, what do you remember about that experience and anything that kind of led you think, to get second? I mean, not that that's not an insane result.
Maybe just, I guess I was not expert of race tactics and stuff.
Yeah.
And I also did a lot of like, we did the DMR, I was anchoring the mile, I don't know if all the things together.
Distraction maybe.
Yeah. Just,
That's good. And so
3 mile in 24 hours.
Yeah.
I was no one to be like that ahead of everyone, you know.
That's a great thing. I want to touch on, like, part of the competition with the 1500 final is the prelims and the recovery. Like,
and you put a mile in the middle, maybe. I don't know.
Like,
some people handle it, but maybe it was like my first year of.
It's a lot.
Maybe if I did an extra year.
Have you learned anything about like the recovery time between a prelim and a final that you've used, to make sure you snap back ready to be fresh for a final?
I think so. I think I did mentally, like just accept like recovery and just working with the trainers and stuff. Or just like being smart. Just because you can split, like, I don't know, you're like one of the favorites in this heat. It's an advantage, so you can just leave some energy in there.
Yeah.
But I was just excited. I just want to hit every hit and just, I don't know, time-wise.
Just race the race.
Yeah.
That you have.
That's how you like good at that. Maybe if you do it 2 years in a row and you learn, I don't know.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, it's all going to be good lessons for you, for sure.
For sure.
Is there anything you do during the downtime, like, to get your mind off of it?
Nowadays?
Yeah.
I'm loving this lovely day, so I don't have much doubles. So I just listen a lot of podcasts.
Heck yeah.
And go for a walk.
What kind of?
I always hated walks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like 25, 30. I don't go like for an hour walk, but just like you know.
Well, if you ever want to walk my dog in Boulder, I got you.
I'll reach out then.
I'll tap you in for sure. All right, and then while we're on the subject of Boulder, like outside of yeah,
coffee shop, we bring every like Monopoly deal every games, and we just play in the coffee shop or in the house with my roommates.
Amazing.
Very good.
Who's winning Monopoly these days?
Monopoly deals have been very good, but who's the best? I think we just alternate each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
yeah.
You know, you don't want a monopoly in Monopoly.
No, Monopoly deals kind of a bit faster. You know do you know the game?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
And then with your roommates, you said you're moving out, but give us a peek behind the curtain with Jared and Goose, Mario's roommates. I mean, who's leaving dirty dishes?
Dishes, they're both 50-50.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to be the only lady with two men, but
yeah, that's
pretty good.
That's a tough
There's
situation.
days and days, but they're pretty good. Can't complain.
Okay. And then out of all the places you've been able to travel and run,
Yeah.
including Boulder, like, what's been maybe the most surprising place where you're like, ooh, there's a hidden gem?
I think we take it for granted, but here,
Okay.
the fact that
We have goats right there.
Yeah, you see, goats, snow, llamas, everything.
Yeah.
Just this beautiful trails too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We leave every day here. Sometimes can get kind of like, oh, this is not the best place, but it is a great place. It is a great place.
Yeah, let's take a moment, let
I
that
would say
sink in.
Italy, but come on, maybe Dubai.
Do you like anything? Are you gonna rep northern Italy in terms of running? What's the best spot in Italy to run?
I know they have a lot of places in Tuscany, which is like
that sounds amazing.
It's beautiful. It's just sea level.
Yeah.
That is the only thing. But you do find a little bit of altitude. Not as high as
Dolomites.
yeah,
Yeah.
up in Trentino. But there's like all the best mid distance as well, female and male.
Okay, we'll put a pin in that. We're gonna turn here.
Yeah.
We're gonna flip here, but I want to pick up with the Italian legacy when we.
Okay.
This episode of Talking While Running is brought to you by Sock Moose. Highest quality running socks, most affordable price. You're gonna run faster. You're gonna look sick. Go to thesockmoose.com. I'm rocking them. Everyone in Boulder's wearing them. If you're not wearing Sock Moose, you're just slow and just embarrassing. So honestly, check them out. And thanks again, Sock Moose, for this episode. Alrighty, wonderful. It just flipped. About 1.7 in. We left off on Italy. Like, school me, because I know nothing about pro Italian runners.
Yeah.
Is there anyone there that you've looked up to from the country, or like when you were a kid that you kind of looked at like aspirational or maybe a mentor type vibe?
As Italian?
Yeah.
Not many. I don't
Okay.
know why.
Yeah.
Because I used to be like more sprinter back then.
Okay.
And now there's so many other like,
No, that's fine.
you know,
Yeah.
faces. So even Helen Obiri, just those people around me, which I'm like, that's enough if I look up to them.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's
not really.
okay. Cool. You'll be the first, or not the first, but you'll be a inspiration for the next Italians.
That's so that.
All right, then I want to talk about the, of course, after you run second indoor
Yeah,
and you go outdoor,
yeah.
was there anything that kind of changed in your approach in this few months trying to get that, first place title, or what was that like going into your final race at Ole Miss?
Confidence.
Okay.
Yeah, confident. I was not doing much different, but the fact that I could put my expectations so high.
Yeah.
Because before, just like, they say I can get All American, but like to taste it,
Yeah.
get second.
Yeah.
It's just like, come on, you felt it. Like you can get first and have,
Yeah, just a little extra.
the extra.
Yeah.
So I guess the confidence was my everyday friend, best friend, let's say.
That's great.
You
And
know?
then, I mean, it paid off obviously with a dub
Yeah.
out there. We were just talking to Mario, who was disappointed with a second place there the day before you.
Yeah.
What
We'll
did that?
swap it, you know?
Yeah, exactly. He sacrificed himself.
Yeah, for me.
Was there anything like from watching him though that kind of put the cherry on top, like in your mentality, or?
Oh yeah, what was the day before, I believe.
Yeah.
And I was just like, he's always like I always met when Mario was super confident, which was kind of, let's say, was inspiring for me.
Okay.
And all the boys are kind of extra confident.
The CEO.
Yeah. So I was just like, I want to be like that, you know?
Yeah.
But then when I saw the race, I was just like, maybe I could just, how can I say it? Like, just not do the same mistakes, kind of.
Yep.
Like stay out of troubles
Yep.
as much as I can out there late, even though you tend to run a little bit more. But I rather that than just getting stuck and be out of my control, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what I did, I believe.
So then, yeah, what stands out about that race? It's obviously a blur, probably, but like just the fanfare of an NCAA title, what comes with that, and
Yeah.
like, what was that like? I mean,
That was amazing. I mean, I ended up here after the last race, so
yeah,
that win just changed my life again.
that's
Not
beautiful.
even a long time. Ole
Yep.
Miss, you know,
And so
time
then,
and everything, just like, oh, you wanna go pro? And I'm like, what?
yeah,
I thought I was just, you know, the start of that, but there's so many good reasons to make the choice.
yeah, and then one thing we also touched on with Mario is going to Ole Miss football games in the SEC
It's
live.
fun.
Like, what was that like for you? And I mean, he said you went on the field and had all the fanfare with like
Yeah,
the crowd. I mean, take us behind that.
we had, first year we were here, we joined OEC, we flew to Ole Miss together. And we had like the walk of the champion.
Dang.
Oh, just amazing. Everyone just like cheering for us. Most of them are like, what is this?
Yeah, right.
Like tiny
They're just drunk.
meter distance. But it was kind of sick to just
Yeah.
have time. They just had the time to announce our names and just say it in front of Ole Miss
Yeah,
crowd. That's nice.
Also on the subject, how did Mario get his nickname? No,
Ooh, I don't know.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I just met him with already his nickname, so I don't know.
All right, and then transitioning out of Ole Miss to On.
Yeah.
How did that go? Like, what was the actual specifics of kind of navigating that deal? I know, like, when you win a title there, it's probably chaos. Like,
Yeah.
hey, let's get coffee. Let's
Let's
talk.
with every coach or few managers, you know, like everyone
Mhm.
does.
I mean, what did you learn from that? And
Just it's all business. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, I get it.
It is.
Yeah, yeah.
We're all business. But no, just like listen to all the opinions. When I did like, it reminded me just when I moved to Ole Miss, you know, like I had a chance to talk with every coach, see what is the strategy or what's the purpose
yeah.
as a coach, as a trainer, as a team.
What did they tell you about On? I mean, what was the pitch?
I mean, just kind of sick for me as international. Just the fact that the brand is from Zurich. I was just like, yeah, something like doesn't click in the US, I can always go home,
Yeah.
which was a big advantage.
Yeah.
Compared to the other big, you know,
American brands, yeah.
which is like, is kind of home now because I've been here for like, this is my 5th year, but
Yep.
still, you know, home.
Yeah, of
still,
course.
Like my passport still like, no US, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad to have you. We'll let's keep you here as long as you want, but shout out On.
Yeah.
While we're on the subject too, like any gear specifically that you've been pumped about repping as a athlete or maybe seeing it come along, the development
shoes.
process. Yep.
The shoes, I believe, just hearing from my teammates, you know, how they change in 3 years. Like since the build the team and the shoes had the same. I just cool.
Yeah. Not a lot of
I
brands
show
are
up
doing
when
that.
everything was ready, so it's kind of like okay, but
Yeah.
I'm not complaining.
The others, you know,
Yeah,
grinded it out.
yeah,
But the results also speak for themselves. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
you guys are rocking like with the OAC. I mean, the men's side is obviously crazy.
Yeah.
The women's side arguably crazier.
It is. We're also that, so even more.
And I'm with you. Like, I mean, just can you describe to people what the practices are like? Or, I mean, you're starting up with Sage and Josette and
It is
Alicia.
cool.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just home run
In
hitters.
some ways, it's pumping. In other ways, it's different because sometimes, like, it's not like I train same thing. You always do still train in a way for you.
Individual.
Yeah, if you can match, but it's still like, as you said, like cool to have all these people and just believe that you belong
Yeah.
and you can do this as much as great as them. You know,
Yeah.
that is nice.
I mean, what's like, I don't know, again, biggest shock or like kind of adjustment with working out with those girls specifically?
Last year was. This year's more like trying to be more humble, like more excitement, like low, like it's fine.
Okay.
Last year was just like whoa.
Yeah,
Everything
yeah.
I was doing was just like wow.
Anything you want to drop? Any workouts?
Yeah, and I mean, nah.
Okay.
I've never been able to do that yet. But
There we
will
go.
come my time.
Okay, we'll get you back on.
Yeah.
No doubt. And then, I mean, we touched on it a bit, but plan for the spring and summer.
Yeah.
Anything in media? I know you're still coming back. Like, what's on the next couple weeks looking like for you?
Now just this couple, like, let's say the next 3 weeks is going to be like nice in my body. Just took like every workout. And still like a little bit more aerobic, just in the long term.
Yep.
Like for Olympics goal, let's say, like, you know, like just to train endurance longer so I can last longer. But then will be the funnest part when I start doing race-based workouts. It's just the more
getting back to
like
ripping
it's just good, the best time.
Okay, and then, like, I mean, we had Drew Hunter on, and he was talking about trying to attack his weaknesses.
Yeah.
For Paris, are you kind of, you're good. Are you along that line where, like you were saying, you want to focus more on speed going up to that, or is there anything like weakness-wise that you're trying to focus on?
I mean, this year's been already like a big jump. I just want to see where I am at, you know.
Yeah.
The fact that I skipped indoors gives me a question mark, like where I am at, because I had a lot of extra endurance, which I'm like, is it good?
Yeah.
What's going to be, is it a good benefit of it? But I'm just, I don't know, excited to see. I guess I will reach out to you after.
Yeah, no, Dathan, I mean, I'm putting my trust in him 100 out of 100 times, so that'll be sick.
Yeah.
We're approaching the end here. Make sure you follow Sinta on all her social media through the spring, summer, all that beyond. Make sure you show her some love. All the run details will be on Trackster. You already know. I want to go with, what's a pro runner on the scene that you feel is like underrated that's not on your team? Maybe you just feel like, oh, from afar, they're respect, you know?
I would say, maybe someone you could look up, like Google it.
Okay.
Nadia Batukleti, which is a strong young girl from Italy.
What's her name?
Nadia Batukleti.
Okay.
Which is...
Lovely name.
Yeah. Which is just like Jakob Ingebrigsten, like a woman version.
Oh, wow.
Every cross, every track from 15 up to 20.
Okay. So she's balling out.
Yeah.
Okay. And then...
Getting closer to my enemy, you know. She's trying some 15, doesn't look good.
You'll hold your own. And then I wanted to say, like, how does the Italian Olympic process work for the U.S. dummies out there who don't know?
So we don't have trials as you guys, but we do need a standard or ranking. Then you have to do the Italian Championship, win it to have the spot 100%. You know, but it's not like top 3 or whatever.
Got it.
It's kind of like, I guess you guys had a chat with Ben.
Yeah,
Canadian, right?
exactly. Yeah. Okay, got it. And then let's talk a little coffee club coffee club.
Yeah.
Give us, like, I don't know, what's it like watching that grow? And obviously you're a supporter and helpful with Morgan and all that. Like,
yeah.
And just in general with the content game in the running scene, like, are you excited with stuff like that? Are you kind of right there with Morgan, or?
I do listen and give him feedback, but
nice.
Nah, I'm not like.
Okay, you're not. Yeah.
I just support them as a trainer, like training partner and a girlfriend.
There we go.
But yeah, I love all those things. I wish I had something initial from me, but
okay.
I'm too lazy for that.
We'll launch a separate competitor.
Okay.
And then, any final words? I don't know, for the Italian fans, anyone watching out here, rooting Sinta on.
I do have one. I didn't have an indoor, but watch out,
All right.
I'm ready for this.
Jeez. All right, that's
my
super
year.
good. Okay, let's call that a wrap right there. Make sure you follow Sintayehu, Vissa, and best of luck with everything coming up.
Grazie.
Ciao.
Ciao.
We just had donuts.
Oh my god. Where should I go? One?
So, yeah, whatever you want. You can have it all if you want. Oh my god.